Dear friends, today I can explain regarding different types of banking and what is banking and related terms, banking related terms, that everything I can explain. First you can start from banking. What is banking? Really accepting deposit from the public, that exactly banks are doing. Except the source of banks are accepting deposit from the public, and those amount they are collecting. Out of the total amount, certain amount they are distributing to the public as loan, accepting deposit and lending loan. That exactly the real purpose of bank, that is banking. For that, bank has to seek permission and license from RBI. RBI is giving license as a scheduled bank for operating these type of banks, and all the rules and regulations are given by RBI. Really, that RBI is the regulator of these banks, that is banking. What exactly the assets of the bank? Really, that accepting deposit and lending loan. That accepting deposit, that amount is the liabilities of the bank, because the source of bank definitely that accepting deposit from the public, that deposit they have to pay interest. Government banks are fixing interest based on the RBI guidelines. That interest they have to pay to the public. That exactly the cost of fund. The cost of fund is what exactly they are giving interest to the public, that is cost of fund. Different types of deposits, different cost of funds, different interest, different expenses they are spending. That exactly the liabilities of the bank. What exactly asset of the bank? Definitely the other on loans given by the banks to the public, to the borrowers. That exactly the asset of the bank. Thereby that banks are getting interest, earning interest. That exactly income source of the bank. Thereby the asset of the bank is loans, liabilities of the bank is deposits. Accepting deposit and lending loan, thereby they are getting a difference of interest earnings, interest earnings. All the loans, definitely that more interest they are charging than deposits. Deposit lesser interest they are providing, they are giving. Thereby an interest spread is there. Interest spread is difference between the total collecting loan interest and total giving interest. That means that deposit they are giving interest. Difference between these two is the interest spread. For example, suppose banks are collecting deposit at the rate of 8% average, and they are giving loans as average 10%. Then 2% will be the interest spread. That is a profit of the bank. Definitely it can be up to 3.5% based on the different activities done by the bank. So many other extra activities are done by the bank. That way that so many sources they are getting to raise their income. Overall total income and total expenditure, difference between these two is the total profit of the bank. The interest spread is a major criteria for calculating the profit of the bank. Therefore, interest spread is a major factor. Then, what exactly type of banking? Different types of bankings are there. What type of banking? That we can start from the universal banking. Universal banking means multiple financial business activities. So many financial activities are there. Multiple financial activities under one roof. One bank can provide everything. That type of banking is universal banking. What exactly the different activities and different lending activities or different types of programs done by the bank, all are available in a single roof. That exactly the universal banking. It is both a commercial bank, it is function as a commercial bank, as an investment bank, and can provide all financial services like insurance, then mutual fund, then underwriting of shares, issuing of shares, everything is available through that bank. That is universal banking. It can function as a full service organization, full service financial firm. That's exactly universal banking. Then offshore banking. A depositor deposit funds in a bank that is located outside their parent country, that their mother country, that their national residence, outside their national residence. If a person is depositing funds outside their national residence, that is offshore banking. The activities they are doing is offshore banking. Then, what is wholesale banking? Wholesale banking, definitely that banking services for high net worth. Usually that small net worth customers, usual customers are there. Together with their high net worth customers, their corporates, business firms, big business firms and government organizations, then companies, all these are big business firms. For them, that so many business activities, so many banking activities are providing with high technology and everything, and a huge volume of business definitely they will do, and they have to offer better services, quick services. For that, the relevance of wholesale banking. Banking services for high net worth customers like corporates, banks and mid-sized companies, etc. All these are wholesale banking. In order to give special services to this type of customers, the relevance of wholesale banking. Then retail banking. What exactly retail banking? Opposite to wholesale banking, usual customers, small customers, those who are related to bank for accepting loans, small loans, availing small loans and credit cards, everything are providing through this. All these are providing different types of savings accounts, different types of deposit accounts and different types of loans, agriculture advance, jewel loan, everything is provided to small customers, their daily needs and everything. That exactly means the retail banking. Everything is possible through all these counters, opening new accounts. Even they can open new accounts after providing proper ID cards and everything. Then they can maintain all the different types of deposit accounts. Together with that, when they are in need of loans, they can avail loans from that banks. Everything is providing through these counters. That is retail banking. That every customers are getting all these services through these counters. That is the really, considering India's population, that 70%, more than 70% of the population is agriculture based, rural based. They are providing this type of banking. That is exactly the role of retail banking. Therefore, very important role of retail banking is the entire public is getting benefit of banking. That exactly. The banks are providing all personal banking services such as savings accounts, personal loans, mortgages, debit cards, everything is providing. Then what is branch banking? That exactly really the usual branches when we are observing everywhere, that branches are providing. A particular bank is having different branches. It can be 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. SBI is having more than 25,000 branches. All these banks are providing bank branches all over India. The network of branches are urban, then metros and rural, semi-urban, everywhere are there. Rural branches are having more importance. Definitely that it is the maximum services they have to provide to the public, rural public. That exactly the real service of Indian poor persons is providing through these rural branches. Through this branch banking, the extension counters are also providing. Extension counters means that each bank is connecting with they are having with education institutions, the connection accounts of education institutions or some companies or some corporate companies. They are having accounts of those persons, salary accounts and everything. They are providing extension counters to these organizations. Certain 2 hours or 3 hours they are providing to these counters to these organizations, thereby that banking comparatively better services they can provide to these organizations. It can be hospitals, schools, and certain companies everywhere, that extension counters. This type of banking is also, actually these extension counters are also taking licenses from RBI together with this bank. RBI also giving licenses to these extension counters together with the parent branch. That exactly the systems of banking. Today that I can cover this much, and next day they can explain further remaining topics regarding the different terms of banking. Okay, thank you.